What's up guys, it's Raven at ProCharger. And as you guys know, ProCharger is all about development. And today we're installing our ProCharger Supercharger system on a Ford F-150 pickup. Follow us along. This kit will be kind of the kit that everyone will want to be using. This kit is developed to make 10 to 12 pounds, all billet bracket, billet supercharger, options to upgrade from a ProFlow to a bullet or race valve. Shared 6-rib belt. It comes with a tune file for your PCM. I want to get a huge shout out to all of our ProCharger engineers. These manuals make it super simple. As most of you guys know, in every manual of any install, step 1, unplug the battery. We're going to be adding boost, so no need for any factory air intake. Don't need this no more. So, next step, we're going to remove this grill. As they lay it out in the manual, they tell you exactly what socket to use, where the bolts are, circle everything. So let's get this grill out. Up radiator shroud. Remove lower grill balance. So next step, we're gonna get the coolant drained out. So what I like that Ford did, they added this little nipple on the end of the radiator. You can just put a normal 3/8 hose on here, drain the coolant. You're not making a mess. You put it right on a bin, you can put it right back in. Get this fan out of here. Not all systems come with upgraded fuel injectors, but let's show you how that's done. So we got the factory fuel rails out of the truck. We're gonna be pulling the factory injectors out, putting the new ones in. You know, the harness stays to the rails, so you don't have to pull each injector harness till you get it out of the truck and get it easily accessible. Drain the fuel. What I always like to do is pull the back 2 injectors out, drain it into a drain pan so we're not making a big mess on the table and it's stinking up your garage. Super simple, factory clips, just a easy screwdriver. Clip out. Injector plug. Out. Injectors go back in. Make sure you lube your O-rings both sides so when they go on the intake they don't get pinched, tore, or anything like that. And I'll get these swapped out and we'll get it back in the truck. Fuel rail bolts back in their positions. You have your 3 plugs, injector harness, side, 2 in the back, high pressure hose on passenger side, and the return line on driver's side. All factory connections, all super simple, no special tools. We'll just clip out and clip back on. What better time would it be to do spark plugs? So with all of our blower kits, we always recommend to do 1 heat range colder on these trucks and gap them down to around 32. So what we use in-house is Ford Performance parts. So with this truck, we recommend using the M-12405-50VDE plugs. So next we're gonna install our provided lower radiator hose 90. And this thing is a work of art. Main piece is all billet, all hand welded. What this does is allow access for the shared drive belt, since we're riding off the factory 6-rib, to make it up to the blower and not interfere with any other component on the truck. So let's get it put on. Out with the old, in with the new. Everything's provided by us. New piece of hose, 1.5 inch coupler, clamps. So we've got our stud piece made to change the angle of the hose to the thermostat housing, factory clamp at housing, get it on here, gets everything out of the way of the shared 6-rib belt. One thing to mention is make sure whenever you're putting this top hose on the housing, you have it clocked properly so that the belt doesn't come in contact with the clamp. All right, so we got this driver's side fan removed, 3 bolts that'll go back in just like it came out. No big deal there. We're gonna install our billet fan spacer that we make. Pushes the fan out just a little bit, gives more room for everything, just so it's not touching or interfering with anything. Let's get this thing flipped around. Need to work in stock locations. Get it bolted in. Now it's time to put it back in the truck. So we got the fans in, getting ready to start on the blower bracket. Step 1, remove factory belt. Factory belt out. Now on to putting the blower bracket on. Hardware, spacers, sub brackets, and then the billet goodness. All right, so we got the factory hardware removed. We're gonna start installing the sub bracket. Now to put the main bracket. All right, so we got the main bracket installed, factory hardware removed, 3 13mm pickup points, and 1 10mm pickup point. Bracket's not going anywhere. Let's get oil in the blower, get it wrapped up, and get the blower on here. All right, we got the bracket on. Now for the fun part. Let's get this blower on. Most all kits nowadays, most all these vehicles will come with a drain line and a bottle of oil, as well as a 3-pack, so you guys have oil for your oil changes down the road. But if you ever need this, or you feel that a drain line will help your kit, or you just need more oil for an oil change, make sure you hit up ProCharger.com. We've got everything on the store and can get it fixed up for you. All right, we got the drain line installed, blower's topped off on oil. Let's get it on the truck. All right guys, so we got the blower on, brackets bolted down, everything's ready to go. We've got our 6-rib belt. Let's get it on the truck. All right, so what you're gonna wanna do to put the belt on this truck is you're gonna want to keep the belt off the blower pulley, actuate the factory tensioner, rotate the belt onto that, and put it on the blower pulley. Once you get that done, with the supplied bracket, we have an adjustable idler that you will essentially max the factory tensioner out. So you'll rotate it clockwise until it pushes pressure on the belt. It'll max the factory tensioner out, and that's what'll keep this blower spinning and making all the horsepower. All right, so we got the blower on, the bracket, the belt. It's ready to get boosted. So let's get down to the intercooler. Stage 2. So when you guys want to turn these trucks up, F-150s, F-1Xs, whatever, this thing will keep the air charge cool and flow the CFM. Three metal clips on the bottom. You have your 5 push pins you need to pull out from the top. So once those are all out, shutter assembly will come out. Make sure you lay your grill on something soft so you don't get any kind of scratches on it. Get it up on the workbench and I'll show you what we do next. All right, now that we've got the grill shutters taken apart, put back into the grill, we're gonna move on to the next step in the whole intercooler process. We're gonna relocate the horns so we give more room for the bigger intercooler. So we're just gonna essentially move them from up here, use the provided nut, cert, and bolt that we have in the kit, and just put it down here in the factory location. So we got the horns moved, relocated. We've got the upper intercooler bracket installed. Just had to move the 2 hood hinge bolts out, mark the hood hinge to make sure you get it back in the factory location, and bolt it back up. So upper intercooler bracket's in. We supply you a clip nut. It goes right into a factory hole on the frame, so no drilling, cutting, or anything. Clips in. We'll get the lower bracket put in and the intercooler set in there. All right, so we got the intercooler sitting in here, 3 brackets total, all bolt into a factory location. The upper, like we talked about, there's a lower bracket down here that mounted to that lower C-clip, and then you'll pick up off a factory location over here. So you've got 4 bolt mounting points, 3 brackets to make sure this intercooler is safe and steady the whole time. So what I like to do is kind of get all the intercooler brackets fairly tight, get everything level where it's at, do a quick measurement across the core, just along the weld line, 32 and 5/8 and 32 and 5/8. Just to make sure when you're looking through that grill at that big beautiful intercooler, everything looks level and everything ready to go. So you get it final tightened up and move on to the next step. All right, so we'll put the first coupler on the blower. All systems come standard with our ProFlow blow-off valve, but depending on the system, you also have the option to upgrade to our race blow-off valve. Now to move on to the final steps. We're gonna do the surge valve next. It can be optioned out with the race valve. These also come in different colors from black and red. So with this kit using the race valve, we've adapted all of our fittings to a standard push lock fitting. You'll use hard 1/4 inch lines, so it's a little bit easier to use and looks a lot cleaner. And then once all that is done, we'll move over to the vacuum block. So the vacuum block, we've actually changed a little bit design as well. It's an all one billet machined fitting, so there's no brass fittings or anything on there. We'll use standard heat shrink clamps just to kind of give it that OE look and make it look like it's never been changed. Now move to the vacuum manifold kit. So essentially you're going to take your stock purge valve, you're going to cut the factory line off, kind of keep it off to the side in case you want to put the truck back to stock. We lay out in the manual how many hoses you need and what you'll need to cut them to. So essentially you'll just do a 4-inch piece on one side, use the heat shrink clamps, install your vacuum manifold, have the other side, and then you'll cut the factory fitting off of this just so it goes back on the intake just like it was factory, no weird hose clamps or anything like that. So we got the vacuum manifold complete, got all the lines installed, the factory clamps put on, and this piece looks OE. Let's put it in the truck. All right, so we got the surge system installed, vacuum block on the truck. That's all wrapped up. Now it's time to move over to the PCV system and the air filter. So the final steps. So in this kit, we're gonna provide you with all the hoses and tubing you need to make the PCV system, factory style fittings to make sure it looks OE, UPR check valve, heat shrink clamps, and heat shrink covering. So it gives it that OE factory look when you open the engine bay. It looks like that truck was made to have the blower on it. In the instructions detailed of how much to cut, what sections to cut, and how to put together. So let's get this stuff put together. All right, so we got our PCV lines built. One thing I like to do just to kind of give you guys a little tech tip is with the heat sheathing, do the heat sheathing, cut it to size, make it a little bit long because it will shrink up. Shrink it to the tube and then put your fittings and clamps on. Just makes it a little bit easier and a little bit cleaner. So got these all wrapped up. Let's get them plugged in the truck. All right, so we've got the PCV lines already installed. Next step is going to be the air filter. As you can see, all of our stuff is a roto-mold, one-piece deal. Filter will go on the end like that, and it'll go straight on the blower. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for the install as far as all the blower kit, getting the supercharger on the truck and all that stuff. Just got to wrap up putting the grill on and the front valence, and this thing's ready to rip. We'll get the tune file loaded from there. One thing I did want to go over just before we're all done, every tool that I've done and used to this whole install is right here on this table. Nothing that anybody can't get, no fancy special tools, anything like that. You know, pretty much 10mm socket, some Allen sockets, wrenches, screwdrivers, Allen wrench, Sharpie, knife, and a couple of electric tools and an air saw. That's pretty much it.
last but not least, let's get this thing tuned.
We should be ready to fire up. Ready to go, ready to make rips. So if you want to get one of these kits on your truck, make sure you give us a call or check us out on our website at ProCharger.com and we'll get you boosted today.